found out the starting job was yours?
Well, I prepared the way that I was going to be a starter the whole time, but Sweeney didn't tell me for sure until like Thursday. He was like, "Hey man, I'm going to give you a shot." I was like, "All right, man, that's what I came here to do." So I didn't come here to ride the bench for 4 years like I have the past couple. So it was good to hear that, but deep down I knew that I was going to be the guy running out there. And it paid off, because if I prepared like the backup guy, then I wouldn't be getting the results that I've been getting right now. So, yeah, it was a lot, but I was prepared, and yeah.
Saying some of the stuff like, during the off season, there's so many questions about the punter. I mean, how much do you use that as motivation?
I mean, it's kind of like Sweeney says, it's just fuel to the fire. I know how good I am. I know my potential, and that's nothing anybody can add to or take away. Kind of just like never let what's outside infect what's inside. Let what's inside affect what's outside. But it was obviously you don't want to hear it, but it feels good to kind of prove people wrong. But yeah, just a little fuel to the fire, for sure.
Specialists, you talk about your time here. It's been a long time coming. And specialists are unique at practice because you kind of go out early. Then there's just a lot of standing around. You've probably done a lot of standing around or coming over here in the indoor facility and kicking and talking. Is it worth it now that you're getting your shot?
Yeah, I mean, my first 3 years, it was a lot of that. Mainly, or first 2 years, mainly because we didn't have a special teams, like a specialist coach.
Right.
Because we just had Coach Spires, and he couldn't coach us like we can, like Coach Allin can now. So it's definitely a lot of sitting around, just getting in your own head kind of thing. Like not a lot of outside perspective, like, hey, try this. Hey, I think your drop's doing this, like we have now. And the past 2 years, it's been totally different during practice. Like I'm always doing something, and that's like been the joke of the facility the past couple of years is like, oh, y'all gonna just go sit on your butt during practice and not do anything? And I'm like, well, now we don't. Like it's, but it's definitely been huge having Coach Allin for sure. He's helped out tremendously. And off season for sure. Dawson Zimmerman, I don't know if y'all know who that is. He was a punter here a few years back, but I trained with him in Atlanta in the off season, and they actually came out together. They trained with a personal trainer whenever they were both coming out of college, so they both have a pretty cool connection. But for sure, a lot of work going on during practice, and it's 100% paid off for sure. And got to keep on earning it every week. That's been the main thing for me, is now that I'm starting to get results, I can't get complacent, and I got to earn it every single week, and I got to put in more work and more work and more work every week. That's the main thing for me.
And I'm not a punting expert, so you can tell me where I'm wrong or all right. To me, the biggest difference in watching you and kind of the limited times we've had Saturday, the drop has been more consistent. The leg's always been there. The drop just seems like it's changed. Am I right, wrong?
I'd say the main thing that's changed for me from the 5 reps I got in 3 years to the 5 reps I've got in 2 games is my mentality. Like when I went out there the past 3 years, I was scared crapless. I had no idea what I was doing. And it was mainly because I didn't have a coach who I could lean on, who's been to 3 Super Bowls, who's had 2 Ray Guy Awards, who knows success. He knows what it looks like. So having that to lean on, and having that, like, him telling me, like, hey, like, one of the main things that we've kind of came up with, or he told me, is just having mental cues. So, like, when I'm going in the game my first couple years, like, I'm not thinking anything. I'm like, all right, I hope I catch this. I hope I kick good. And now it's like, all right, I already know I'm going to kick good. I'm going to focus on 2 things. I'm going to focus on being patient, and I'm going to turn the ball. And I'm going to control what I can control, and then whatever result it is. And another, like, the main thing for me has been just, like, I've prayed so much for this moment, and that it would be stupid of me to worry about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have like dove into that so much, and it's 100% paying off. But like I said earlier, like I can't get complacent. And I can't be like, all right, I got it now. I don't really need to worry about that anymore. I'm going to kind of do it myself. Like, no, like I have to dive into it even more and lean onto it even more. But definitely praying about it, like nonstop, continually, and then having like the mental cues. And like when I went in there for the LSU game, the first punt, I was like, it all hit me at once. I was like, all right, I heard my name on the big screen. I was like, all right, I'm the guy. Like, wow. But I didn't feel any like nerves because I knew I was prepared. And then ever since then, I've just like, I felt a presence and a calmness that I haven't felt out there before. And it's been very rewarding, to say the least.
And is he on the sidelines, like after you make a kick?
Coach Allin?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You can go right to him and he can.
Easily. Yeah.
So what is his message to you after you make that first kick against LSU?
Good job. Like, hey, that was your first one. They brought the house. We weren't expecting that. They rushed everybody. I hit I don't know, it was like a 42-yard fair catch. So could have definitely had worse punts. But it's just something to build off of for sure. He was, I couldn't tell you exactly what he said, but he was like, hey, the main things he asked is like, hey, what'd you feel? Like, did you feel it was outside? Did you feel your drop was inside? How were your steps? And then we go to the film, watch that a little bit, and then just build off of that. The main thing on the sideline for me is just to get in that routine of feeling comfortable, like in my 1.2 seconds that I have the ball, for sure.
So you're talking about staying patient, and obviously when you were scared crabless before, were you just like going too fast because you were just... No,
it's just because I hadn't been in the moment before, I think. I didn't know what to expect in my first 3 years because, I mean, Coach Sweeney and everybody wanted to get me in more than I did, but I just hadn't experienced it. So it was all new, and now that I've experienced it a few times, and I'm also like I was saying, leaning into my faith even more. And like, I know that ultimately whatever happens on this football field doesn't affect anything like here. So having that presence and having that peace about it, like, all right, I'm gonna focus on, like, that's what me, Milt, and Coach Allin talked about, like our psychologist, like, I'm gonna focus on what I can focus on and then let the result take care of itself. Like, don't be busy focused on the result. Focus on what it takes to get the result. And then the results will come. And leaning into that and trusting that has let me feel like peace out there for sure.
While you were waiting those 3 years, was there ever a point where you considered maybe going somewhere else to get on the field faster?
I mean, there was a little speck of it whenever Aiden said that he was going to come back for his 6th year, but instantly I thought, like, hey, like, Coach Sweeney bought into me when he didn't have to. And he bought into this guy who came to camp, who he didn't know anything about, who punted in front of him. He liked it, and then he offered him a scholarship. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay bought into him because he bought into me. And then it's paid off for sure. But gotta keep stacking days, and consistency is the main thing for me. Like, I've done it for 2 games, but 2 games isn't anything. Like, I got to keep on stacking days. You know, have the same mindset when it's high, have the same mindset when it's low. Just try to stay at a 5 and control what I can control, for sure.
Jack, you said that first punt was big. Would it be fair to say, though, that the 50-yarder plus that you got off against LSU, then the penalty that really flipped the field, maybe was even more important?
Yeah. No, after that first one, there was a flag on the first one too, I think. And it was like a 42, and I was like, well, if you think about it, I really netted 52 because it was a 42 with a 10-yard penalty. And I was like, and then I hit I can't remember, what was this? The second one was like a 39. Wasn't my best hit, but the direction was really good. So it was a fair catch. And if you net a 39, could be a lot worse. And then, correct. And then that last one, it was a 52 with the penalty. So it was really like a 62. And like, yeah, I mean, I agree. It definitely put the team in position to win. I mean, that's all I can do. I can't control how anybody else plays. I don't know the offense. I don't know the defense. And they don't know how to punt a football, you know? So I'm gonna focus on what I can control and just let let God take the wheel and see what happens.
What is the perfect punt?
Well, it depends on where your positioning is on the field for sure. But main thing is that I've been kind of getting around is having 2 out of the 3: distance, hang time, and direction. If you have 2 out of the 3 most of the time it's either going to be a fair catch or you're not going to get a return. Like most of mine they haven't had all 3, except for the last one against Troy. I think that's been my best punt so far. It was only a 43-yarder, but it landed right on that out of bounds marker. That's a no return. Nobody's mad at that. If I could do that consistently, then we're going to be a very good special teams unit for sure.
What was it like going through fall camp, not knowing if you're going to be the guy and having that competition?
I mean, I definitely had a chip on my shoulder. Like I said earlier, I went into it preparing and going out there performing like I was the guy. But it was definitely motivating because I got people trying to take my position, and anytime there's a competition, it's definitely like you're raising the bar for yourself. And I think competition is awesome because it makes like all of our punters are all really good, and we're all still getting better, and like we all push each other even better every single day. Like Charlie Reed came in here, like he could barely turn a ball over, and now he's hitting 7 out of 10 balls 50 yards every single time. Like we're all pushing each other to be better. Like Robert Gunn and Will have some of the strongest legs I've ever seen, and seeing that makes me want to, like, I'm like, all right, like if I don't have my crap together, they're gonna come in. So we just keep pushing each other, and that was all fall camp. So it was definitely nice to have the competition, but I went into it knowing that with the mindset of I'm going to be the guy, which definitely paid off.
Talked about Mill and going to him, I guess, for some help. I guess were there any other strategies he kind of helped you work through, or kind of what type of stuff did he kind of help get centered? I guess
the main thing for me was just reading my Bible, and there's a book that I started reading. It's about golf and life, but it's after reading it, it's very parallel to punting, because in golf you take it one shot at a time, and you have to flip the page every single time. And same thing with punting. Like, okay, I hit a 50-yard ball. Guess what? That's not going to translate over to this one. And it, like the book, it goes through like you got to like refocus, have a routine, and then there's 2 other R's I haven't gotten to yet. But definitely, like I've been going through. Right now, I'm going through Acts in the Bible, and I just finished Galatians and a few other books. But reading that and praying about it has definitely like settled me down, because like I was saying earlier, like I've prayed countless times for this, and I know people are too. Like there's no reason why I should fear, why I should go out there and worry, because like it's God's will is going to happen, and His will is way greater than mine. Like I can't fathom what He has for me, and that's something really good to look forward to.
Is that kind of reinforced now that with you guys going on the road to face Georgia Tech this weekend? Is that your belief in your faith and things like that?
100%. That's a foundation for me. Like I can't do anything without that. But I did punt over the summer with Georgia Tech's punter Marshall Nichols. He's a dog. He's really good. So it'll be good to see him. Hopefully I don't touch the field at all, and he touches the field a lot Saturday. So yeah, for sure though, I've made it a routine that I try to get into both every day, but definitely that Friday night, Saturday morning ish. Maybe not this Saturday morning because it's a noon kick, but definitely like diving into that and like having a calm spirit, having a calm mind, and just trying to soak everything in and get a peaceful mind for sure.
And obviously punting's not just you. I think you've got Flo as the snapper. You have to trust your up guys, whoever the safeties are. You feel comfortable with that?
100%. Did y'all see Wade Woodaz and Flo flying down on that last one? Dude, perfect form, like perfect flow. What punt? I think it was the first punt of last game. We were on left hash, backed up a little bit, and I could have been a little better on the direction, but it was outside the left hash. Flo's job is to make him choose away. So if the returner was here, him and Flo were right neck and neck. I don't know why they didn't block Flo and Wade. Like, why would you not block Wade? They doubled almost everybody but Wade and Flo. And then Flo made him pick a direction. He picked that way, and then Wade tackled him. Like, I think we have the best athletes on the team, on the punt team. And then I got some really great protectors. Ain't nobody touching me. But if that time comes, I have to strap it up.
I used to laugh with Dawson because Dawson didn't want to hit anybody.
No,
Do you want to hit anybody now?
100%.
You do?
100%. I grew up a quarterback DN. Like, I live for it. Like, I can't wait. And people hate on me all the time. They're like, would you rather run it or throw it? And I'm like, dude, I want to run it. Like, I want to hurt somebody. Like, I still have that bone in my body. I know it probably won't happen, but I'm going to try my best if that ever gets called. So I'm definitely, like, itching for that moment. But I got to punt the ball well first before he can trust me to do that stuff.
It's a deep background question. Why did you become a punter?
So park ball, and like rec league and all that kind of stuff growing up, I was a quarterback in DN, like I said. But I was always like the kicker and the punter just because I was the biggest guy and I had strongest leg, I guess. But like for kicking, I would always toe it. Like I don't come in like kickers do. I would just toe it. And then punting, same, like just regular. And then my freshman year of high school, my high school head coach, we had another guy who was a up and coming quarterback, and he was faster than me, and I guess that was the new age style of quarterback coming in. So he wanted him to be quarterback. He was like, "Hey, let's throw you at tight end." I was like, "I can live with that. I'm fine with that." And then they moved me straight to right guard. And I was like, "I don't know." But I played a few games my freshman year on like the JV squad at like left tackle or something like that. Didn't like it at all. And then they moved me like to long snapper, and I was like, I don't know what's happening right now. And then one day I was like, hey, like I can punt. Like, do you want me to try that? Because I've punted my whole life, and I did it. And then like after practice one day, and then one of the coaches on my team, who was my cousin, he was the punter at Southern Miss. So he like critiqued me a little bit, and I started hitting good balls. So then my head coach was like, hey, you're the punter. And then that was towards the end of freshman year. So ever since then, I've just bought into it. I didn't really go to any big kicking camps or anything growing up. I was really just like a YouTube guy. Like just try to learn as much as I can at practice from my cousin. And I went to like 2 or 3 camps out of all of high school. Then I went to like the big name camps for kicking is Cole's Kicking. But like me and my family, we didn't have enough money to go drop $500 on a camp and spend $300 driving. So we went to one rankings camp somewhere in Georgia, and then I ranked 5, and there I was like, all right. And then the rest is history. So that's the story. It's not. I don't really, I still question why I got pulled from quarterback, but God's plan. Worked out, I guess, right? It did work out.
I guess you talked about Coach Sweeney taking a chance on you when he saw you. Did you ever imagine like punting at a place like Clemson? Or
growing up?
Yeah.
Not at all. When I was like growing up, I was a Roll Tide guy because I'm from South Alabama. Like that's like you bleed crimson there. You're either Alabama or you're Auburn. You don't know anything else because we don't have any NFL teams. We don't have anything. It's just we live for Saturdays down there, Friday nights and Saturday nights. And then when I started getting better at punting, like towards sophomore year, junior year, I started going to a bunch of camps, like college camps over the summer. And then I started to realize, like, I'm actually kind of good at this. Because I was like, I went to one camp and I beat out, like it was going into my junior year, and I beat out like 4 kids that were in JUCO. And like, I was like, whoa, like I'm kind of nice. And then I started getting looks from like few decent sized schools. And then my senior year, I mean, I've still like, my thing that I told going into my senior year, I told my dad, I was like, hey, like, if I don't get a full scholarship anywhere, like, I'm just going to go like work a trade. Like, I'm not going to put y'all in debt to put me through college, because my brother went to college, so they already have student loans there, and my mom went through breast cancer and thyroid cancer, so the medical bills are piled on top of them. And I was like, hey, like, I'm not going to put even more on top of y'all. And he didn't like that. But like I said earlier, it's God's will, not mine. So it all worked out. But no, I never imagined punting at a place like this prestigious, for sure. And it's a dream come true, for sure. Got to be grateful for it.
Did you have a trade picked out, or?
No, I was just going to thug it out, man. Just like, because I mean, all my best friends from high school are welders who they either weld, they work at a paper mill, they work at some kind of mill and work graveyard shifts. And that's just like the way of living down there, because somebody's got to do it. So it was either that or get really good at punting. So I got really good at punting.
Anybody else for Jack?
And what was the name of that golf book here?
I couldn't tell you. I know the author's name is Morris Pickens, I think, maybe. Morris Pickens. He's like a sports psychologist for golfers in St. Simons, Georgia. He trained like Zach Johnson, like these big name golfers, for sure. But yeah, it's a good read if you want to read it. I'm not done with it yet, but.
All right, Jack. Really appreciate your time, man.
Yeah,
Thank
of course.
you.
Thank you all.
Jack.